So we were discussing eigenvalues and eigenvectors. So we have seen the definition of eigenvalues and eigenvectors in the last class, and also we have seen the procedure of finding the eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Basically, eigenvector is a non-zero vector x satisfying the condition Ax equal to lambda x, where A is a square matrix of order n. Okay. And so in today's class we will see various properties of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. There are several properties on eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Okay, though you don't know the you may not be knowing much information about the matrix A, but if you know about its eigenvalues and eigenvectors, from that you can get so much of insight on the matrix A. Okay, so what are those properties? We'll see now. They are very much useful and important, and proofs are also important in examination point of view. So each property I'm going to state and then prove it. Okay, so we'll be doing one by one. I'm starting the screen sharing. So all of you put this heading: properties of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Properties of eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Note down the first property. So as I said, by default A is a matrix of order n. I don't need to tell every time. So if x is an eigenvector of A, then for any non-zero scalar, k into x is also an eigenvector of A. So how do you justify this? If x is an eigenvector of A, then for any non-zero scalar k, kx is also an eigenvector of A. Can you please explain? Are you there? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how do you justify this statement? If x is an eigenvector of A, then for any non-zero scalar k, k into x is also an eigenvector of A. No one?
Sir, because kx will also be a solution to the
Yeah,
homogeneous
yeah,
equation dx
yeah.
equal
Because
to
x is a eigenvectors are basically solutions of homogeneous system, and we know the properties of solutions. Any multiple of a solution is also a solution to the homogeneous system. Therefore, if x is a eigenvector, it is a solution. Its multiple is also a solution. Therefore, it is also a eigenvector. Is that okay? That's it. But instead of describing like that, we'll be proving whatever the property we proved earlier. We'll prove the same property in terms of eigenvectors now. Okay. So what is my assumption now? Okay. So always remember, see, for proving any theorem, uh, a theorem statement will be like this. Okay. If, then, or if and only if. Okay, either it is by implication A implies B, or by implication A if and only if B. Okay, so if it is if and only if, you have to prove the theorem, vice versa, both the ways you have to prove. If it is if, then whatever the if part is there, you have to suppose that you have to start the theorem with that assumption. If part you have to start with, and then part you have to prove it, and in between you have to supply the proof. Is that okay? So that is the default thing. So how do we start with? Okay. So So because x, so how do we start? Whenever if is given, we start the proof by like this. Suppose x is an eigenvector of A. X is an eigenvector of A. That means what? If x is an eigenvector of A, that means what? There is some scalar lambda satisfying the condition Ax equal to lambda x, right? So this implies that Ax equal to some lambda x, okay, for some scalar. What is this scalar lambda called? Yes. Eigenvalue. Eigenvalue. Now I want to show that kx is also an eigenvector. So for that, what I can do? That means if I multiply matrix A with kx, I should get some multiple of kx. Then only I can say that kx is an eigenvector. No. So for that, what can I do? Or you can do like this, because I want to show kx is also an eigenvector. You consider like this. Consider A into kx. Okay. So let k be a, k not equal to 0 be a scalar. Now consider A into kx. Now what is A into kx? Can I write it as k into ax? Scalar multiple property. Now what is ax?
Lambda x.
Lambda x. Now can I write it as k lambda into x? Can I write it as lambda into kx? Now what are you saying? K into a vector is some constant multiple of the same vector. So from this, what is your conclusion? Ax is an eigenvector of A. Okay, if you want to show some vector is a eigenvector, A into that vector must be equal to some constant multiple of the same vector. We are able to do that. Therefore, Kx is also an eigenvector. Right? So one vector can produce infinitely many eigenvectors. Not only that, this proves also giving some more information. X is an eigenvector corresponding to what eigenvalue? Lambda. What about Kx? Kx is also an eigenvector corresponding to the
Lambda.
same eigenvalue lambda, right? So any multiple of an eigenvector is also an eigenvector corresponding to the same eigenvalue. Okay, that is one more information you are getting. Okay, make a note of it. Okay, so next property number 2. So proofs will be like this only, small proofs, but they are important. And second proof, second theorem statement. If x is okay, if lambda, I will I think I will, if I insert one time, I think that I can copy and paste. Where is that lambda? Yesterday I copied. Lambda. Here. So if lambda is an eigenvector of A, sorry, it's not an eigenvector, right? Eigenvalue of A, then K into lambda. K into lambda is an eigenvector of Ka, and I think it is sufficient. Similarly, we'll prove another one. So how do you prove it? Same, whatever I did earlier, in a similar way, you try to prove it. So how do you start with? Suppose
Lambda is the eigenvalue.
correct. What I said, whatever is given in the statement, you have to start with it. Okay. So suppose lambda is an eigenvalue of A. Previously, I supposed X is an eigenvector of A because that is what the if condition. Okay. Now here it is if condition is about eigenvalue. That's why I'm supposing now lambda. Suppose lambda is an eigenvalue of A. Okay. That means what? If lambda eigenvalues, what eigenvalue do? This implies that Ax equal to
Lambda
x for some, tell me, scalar. Information about lambda and A is already given now. Now which symbol I introduced now? For some
eigenvector x.
That means for some x not equal to 0. Eigenvectors are basically non-zero vectors. Is it okay? Now I want to show that k lambda is also an eigenvector of Ka. So which one I have to do? Consider. Which one I have to consider? Ka. Or I will prove it in another way. What
K
you
into
do? You just multiply both sides with k. Then what do you get? K into Ax is equals to k into lambda x. This implies that, can I write it as Ka into x equal to k lambda into x? Now what is the new matrix? Ka. Ka into some vector is equal to some constant multiple of the same vector. K is a scalar, lambda is a scalar, k into lambda is also a scalar, right? So matrix multiplied with a vector is equal to some constant multiple of the same vector, means what is this vector called? Eigenvector of Ka, and k lambda is an eigenvalue of Ka. Do you agree? So from this, what is your conclusion? K lambda is an eigenvalue of K lambda is an eigenvalue of Ka. K lambda is an eigenvalue of Ka. Not only that, what is the one more insight you are seeing? If x is an eigenvector of A, then the same vector x is also an eigenvector of Ka. That means one vector can be eigenvector to several matrices, and several matrices can have same eigenvalues. So at least some of the eigenvalues may be same. Is it okay? Next, in a similar way, write down the third statement.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
I think in the question it's eigenvalue, you wrote eigenvector.
I think there is a mistake, right? I wrote. You should have pointed out by that time itself. K lambda is basically a scalar. How can it be vector? So it has to be value. Thank you. So it has to, if lambda is an eigenvalue of A, then K lambda is an eigenvalue of K. Okay. So this is the correct statement. Now write down the next statement. Third one. If lambda is an eigenvalue of A, then K plus lambda or lambda plus K is an eigenvalue of, can you guess? If lambda is an eigenvalue of A, then lambda plus K is an eigenvalue of A plus Ki. A plus Ki. Prove it. So how do we start with? Are you writing in your notes? Suppose lambda is an
Lambda is
eigenvalue of
A.
value of A. Okay, this implies that Ax equal to lambda x for some x not equal to 0. Then I want to show that lambda plus k is an eigenvalue of A plus Ki. How do I show that? You consider this matrix. Okay, A plus Ki into x. Okay, then by distributive law I can write it as Ax plus k into Ix. But why Ix is x? Ax plus kx. But what is Ax?
Lambda x.
Lambda x plus kx. Now take x common. Lambda plus k into x. Okay, so what are you observing? A matrix into x is equal to some scalar into x. Therefore, this scalar is an eigenvalue of the matrix, and this vector is also an eigenvector of this matrix. Is that okay? So A and A plus Ki, A and A plus Ki are having same eigenvectors, but eigenvalues are different. Okay, so you see from this, what is your conclusion? Lambda plus K is an eigenvalue of A plus Ki. That's it. That is property number 3. Okay, next property number 4. Okay, property number 4. If lambda is an eigenvalue of A, then lambda square is an eigenvalue of okay. So lambda square is an eigenvalue of A square. Lambda square is an eigenvalue of A square. Can you prove it now? Similar. Suppose lambda is an eigenvalue of A square. Okay. Suppose lambda is an eigenvalue of A is an eigenvalue of A. This implies that Ax equal to lambda x for some x not equal to 0. Now how do you show it? Lambda square is an eigenvalue of A square.
Multiply both sides with
Multiply both sides with A.
A.
Okay. So this implies that Ax is equals to lambda into Ax. This implies that A square x is equals to lambda into what is Ax? Lambda x.
And
So this implies that A square x equal to lambda square x. So from this, what is your conclusion? Therefore, lambda square is an eigenvalue.
yes.
Eigenvalue of A square. Now, what could be lambda eigenvalue of A cube?
Again multiply.
Lambda cube.
Lambda cube. Eigenvalue of A power 10.
Lambda power 10.
Eigenvalue of A
Lambda
power
power
m.
10.
Eigenvalue of A power m.
Lambda
Lambda.
Lambda power m.
10.
So how do you show that statement? So what is homework problem?
Lambda power 10 is an eigenvector of A.
Right. So homework or note. I will write it as a note. I will give it as a home exercise homework. Okay. If lambda is an eigenvalue of A, is it writing? A, then for any m belongs to n natural number, lambda power m is an eigenvalue of A power m. Lambda for any natural number, lambda power m is an eigenvalue of A power m. Now, suppose in exams, if you're asked to show this statement, how do you prove it? If lambda is an eigenvalue of A, show that for any natural number m, lambda power m is an eigenvalue of A power m. Can you tell me how to prove it? Prove this statement. Anyone? Will you say that lambda square is an eigenvalue of A square, and similarly lambda cube is an eigenvalue of A cube? Similarly, lambda power m is an eigenvalue of lambda A power m. Will you say like that? Or is there any specific way of proving that kind of statement?
Sir, multiply A power m minus 1.
A power m minus 1. What is that called? Why to multiply A power m minus 1?
For Ax.
What
X
is
equal
that?
to lambda. Ax equal to lambda x, multiply both sides a power m minus 1.
Then
So we'll get a power m minus 1 into a. That means a power m. A power m into x is equals to a power m minus a square. A power m minus 1 into lambda x. Oh.
But what do we know about a power m minus 1 into x?
No, sir.
Then what do you do?
Sir, can we do with the mathematical induction method?
That's right. Very good. That is what I'm expecting. Okay, you have to use the principle of mathematical induction. Remember, any statement containing a natural number, any statement containing natural number requires principle of mathematical induction only. No, am I right? So how do we use that technique? You show that you want to show that lambda power m is an eigenvalue of a power m for any m. So show that the statement is true for m equal to 1. Okay, then show that the statement is true for m equal to some k. The k is a natural number, and show that the statement is also true for m equal to k plus 1. Then by the principle of mathematical induction, the result is true for all natural numbers m. Is it clear? So will you use that mathematical induction and prove this result? Okay. Consider, take that as homework. Use principle of mathematical induction and show this is this result. Is it fine?
Yes.
Right. Now
Yes,
next
sir.
property. Next property. So we'll continue the properties. Four properties are over. No, next coming two properties are very okay. Let me generalize this. Fourth property is over. No, so now I'll combine the previous properties. Okay. Fifth property: if lambda is an eigenvalue of write down. If lambda is eigenvalue of a, then the eigenvalue of the metric polynomial. What do you mean by metric polynomial? A polynomial with the variable as a matrix. That is called metric polynomial. Okay, so what is that? A naught plus a naught I plus a1 a plus a2 a square plus and so on plus am a power m. A power 0 is identity matrix only, no? That's why I have written a naught I is I'll write I'll call this as f of a. Okay, is f of lambda, which is equal to replace a with lambda. That means lambda power 0 is 1 only. So a naught plus a1 lambda plus a2 lambda square plus and so on plus am lambda power m. This is also quite easy. Once you prove the generalized result for lambda power m, then this is easy. Again, you start with the lambda is an eigenvalue of, suppose lambda is an eigenvalue of a. Okay, so this implies that okay, then what we know, ax equal to lambda x for some non-zero vector. This is a default template. Okay, then consider the metric polynomial f of a into x. F of a itself is a matrix. Do you agree? F of a itself is a matrix because it is a linear combination of several matrices. Okay, sum of matrix is also a matrix. So f of a is a matrix. I'm multiplying this matrix with a x. Now what is f of a? A naught I plus a1 a plus a2 a square plus and so on plus am a power m into x. Now use distribute rule and simplify. A naught I into x is x plus a1 ax plus a2 a square x and so on plus am a power mx. Now what is each term? X is x plus what is ax?
Lambda x.
Lambda x. A1 into lambda x. A1 into lambda x plus a2 into what is a square x?
Lambda x.
Lambda
What
square
is it?
x. Lambda square.
Lambda square x plus what is lambda power mx? A power mx.
Lambda power m.
Lambda power mx. Okay, now you take you write in the other way. That means a naught x plus a1 lambda into x plus a2 lambda square into x plus am lambda power m into x. Now you take x common. So that is a naught x plus a naught plus a1 lambda plus a2 lambda square plus am lambda power m of x. And this is nothing but f of lambda only, no? Just replace a with lambda. Then that is nothing but f of lambda into x. F of lambda is a scalar. F of a is a vector matrix. Matrix into a vector is equal to some scalar into the same vector. That means this scalar is an eigenvalue of this matrix. Am I right? So this implies that f of lambda, okay, a naught plus a1 lambda plus a2 lambda square plus am lambda power m is an eigenvalue of f of a equal to a naught I plus a1 a square a1 a plus a2 a square plus and so on plus am a power. That's it. Okay, so something like if I say lambda is an eigenvalue of a square minus 2i 2a plus 3i. Okay, then what will be, sorry, if lambda is an eigenvalue of a, then what will be the eigenvalue of a square minus 2a plus 3i?
X cube.
Lambda square minus 2 lambda plus 3.
Yes.
Is it okay? Suppose lambda equal to 1 is an eigenvalue of a, then what will be eigenvalue of this matrix? 1 minus 2 plus 3. 4 minus 2 equal to 2 will be the eigenvalue of this matrix. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. So, right. Next important property. Write down property number 6. There will be several properties, about 16 to 17 properties. So, okay, so be patient and learn one by one slowly. Okay, so the product of all eigenvalues of A. The product of all eigenvalues of a matrix A is its determinant. The product of all eigenvalues of a matrix A is its determinant. And this is a very, very, very important property. Because after finding eigenvalues, if those eigenvalues are wrong, then the corresponding eigenvectors also will be wrong. I said make sure that your eigenvalues are correct, because if the problem is asked to find out eigenvalues and eigenvectors, if the eigenvalues are incorrect, then everything else is going to be wrong. So how do you ensure that eigenvalues are right or wrong? Because the simplification of they may satisfy with the equation, but if the equation itself is wrong, by mistake, instead of plus you put minus in some step, and you got a different equation, and you got a roots for that equation which is not the actually characteristic polynomial. Okay, so there may be mistakes, there may be simplification mistakes. Okay, so there may be simplification mistakes. Okay, so to ensure that your answer is right, so you just multiply the eigenvalues, compare that product with the matrix determinant. If those two are matching, then your answer may be right. So how do we prove this result? Any suggestion? So how do we start? At least you tell me the starting step. How do you want me to start with? How many eigenvalues will be there?
What as order of A?
So what is the default order of the matrix?
N by.
Suppose A is a square matrix of order n. Okay, then what is its characteristic polynomial? Then characteristic equation. And the characteristic equation.
A minus lambda I.
Characteristic equation of A is, tell me, what is the characteristic equation of A?
A minus lambda I equals
A minus lambda I.
Determinant of A minus
Determinant
lambda.
of A minus lambda, don't say loosely. A minus lambda is a matrix. Determinant of A minus lambda is a number. Is it okay? So determinant of A minus lambda equal to 0. So which is an nth degree polynomial equation? Which is an nth degree polynomial equation. Polynomial equation in lambda. So every nth degree polynomial equation will have exactly n roots. Is that okay? So let lambda 1, lambda 2, and so on lambda n be the roots of the characteristic equation. Observe and listen carefully. Now if I know the roots of the polynomial equation, can I express this polynomial in terms of this roots? how can I write ax square plus bx plus c if alpha and beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0?
A into x minus lambda into x minus
X minus alpha into x minus beta, right?
x minus alpha x minus.
Am I right? So in a similar way, can you tell me how what will be this? You remember what is the coefficient of highest power of lambda in this?
Lambda power.
Lambda power n is the highest power. What will be its coefficient?
1 or
Will it
minus
be
1.
1? Huh?
It was minus 1.
It depends on order of the matrix I said. You remember? Do you see here?
Minus 1 per
N.
n.
Highest power of lambda, coefficient of highest power of lambda would be minus 1 whole power n. Is it okay? So what should I, how can I write this? Instead of a, you are having minus 1 whole power n. So minus 1 whole power n into, then the product of remaining factors. What is it? Linear factors. Lambda minus lambda 1 into lambda minus lambda 2 into, and so on. Lambda minus lambda n. Do you agree? It's theory of equations, right? You can express every polynomial as a product of n linear factors like this. Then what? Now can you guess what is the next step? Our aim is to show that determinant equal to product of eigenvalues. Then what you want me to do? It is clearly visible, no? Just observe LHS and RHS. How can I show that determinant equal to product of eigenvalues? No idea. If you put lambda equal to 0, what happens?
We get the product of time.
If I put lambda equal to 0, then LHS would be
Det A.
Det A. Det A is equals to minus 1 whole power n into minus lambda 1 into minus lambda 2 into minus
So,
lambda n. How many minus 1s are there?
n.
n.
Minus 1 whole power n into minus 1 whole power n into lambda 1 into lambda 2 into and so on lambda n. So minus 1 whole power n into minus 1 whole power n is 1. So this is lambda 1 into lambda 2 into and so on lambda n. Is it okay? Did we prove the result? So product of all eigenvalues of A, the product of, see whether they are repeating or distinct. How many eigenvalues you have to take the product? N eigenvalues. Suppose if an eigenvalues are 2, 2, 2, then what will be the determinant of A?
2 power.
2 cube. I said 3 eigenvalues. So 2 cube means 8. Is it okay? Did you copy? Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Now just we shall verify whether our previous one is correct or not. What is the determinant here? See, it's a triangular matrix. Determinant is product of diagonal elements 2 into 2 into 2, 8. And eigenvalues are also 8. That is a obvious simple example. And here, what are the eigenvalues? 2 to 8. That means what should be the determinant? 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32. All of you in a rough note, Please find out the determinant and see whether the determinant is actually 32 or not. If you have calculator and if you know matrix operations, you can use your calculator also. Input the matrix and find the determinant. Is it verified?
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
So in a similar way, what is the next problem? Oh, I think we gave only 2 or what? Third one is also given. No? Third one, there is a third one. Only two problems we discussed. Huh?
No, sir, 3.
Also 3 problems.
There is a third problem. Somewhere it's missed, I think. So
That one we only solved, sir.
Oh, you only solved. Huh? So what are the eigenvalues for that?
0.
That I think I have written the summary. I guess if I remember well, I wrote the summary of it, right? 0, 3, 15.
Yes, sir.
That means what should be the determinant of that matrix?
0.
That means it's a singular matrix. That also you can check. Okay. Now last property. So that is also very, very important. So write down the seventh property. Okay, the sum of all eigenvalues a matrix A is its trace. The sum of all eigenvalues of a matrix is its trace. That means lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus and so on, lambda n must be equal to trace of A. What is trace? What do you mean by trace?
The sum of the
Sum of the diagonal elements. Okay? Right. So let lambda 1, lambda 2 and so on, lambda n be the eigenvalues of a matrix of order n. A matrix of order n. Is that okay? Then what is its characteristic polynomial? The characteristic equation otherwise. Characteristic equation of A is determinant of A minus lambda equal to 0. How can I express determinant of A minus lambda equal to 0? The first one I know, lambda minus 1 whole power n into lambda power n. Do you know the second one?
Minus 1 whole power n.
Minus 1 whole power n minus 1. Huh? Minus 1 whole power n minus 1 into what? So we'll just look at for 2 by 2 and 3 by 3 and try to generalize. Can you quickly tell me 2 by 2 a11 minus lambda, a12, a21, a22 minus lambda, a11 minus lambda into a22 minus lambda into minus a12, a21. So what is its product? Can you tell me? A11, a22 minus lambda into a11 plus a22 plus lambda square. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Minus a12, a21. Okay. So what is lambda coefficient? Minus. You got minus. Because this is minus 1 whole square. So I can write it as minus 1 whole square into lambda square plus minus 1 whole power 2 minus 1 into, okay, into a11 plus a22 into lambda plus can you identify the last one? Determinant A12, A21, A11, A22.
Fine.
A22 minus A21, A12. Okay, so you got here minus 1 whole power 2 minus 1. In a similar way, use just do it in rough work and tell me what is A11 minus lambda, A22 minus lambda, A33 minus lambda, determinant A12, A13, A21. I just want a lambda square coefficient, nothing else. Remaining terms may be anything. I'm interested in only lambda cube coefficient and lambda square coefficient. Is it minus 1 whole power 3 into lambda cube plus minus 1 whole power 2 minus 1 into
3 minus
3 minus 1 into A11 plus A22 plus A33 and something remaining I'm not interested. Whether into this should be what? Lambda square, right? This is lambda cube. This is going to be lambda square. If you simplify, are you getting the second term like this? You just collect a lambda square coefficient and tell me whether lambda square coefficient is A11 plus A22 plus A33.
Yes, sir.
Is it fine? So in that case, so A11 plus A22 plus A33 is nothing but trace. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So I can write so the second term I can write it as second term I can write it as like this. So when I simplify this, I can write it as A11 plus A22 plus and so on plus ANN, and remaining terms I don't some terms, okay, into what is that lambda power n minus 1, okay, plus and so on plus, okay, some constant, okay, some constant. What is that constant? Let us say some k, okay, some constant into, so okay, some constant, okay, so bn minus 1, right, bn minus 1 into lambda plus bn equal to 0, okay, some constant, okay, you understand, bn minus 1 and bn are some constants, okay. Then from the theory of equations, what is the sum of roots? Equal to minus coefficient of
minus b
lambda power n minus 1 by coefficient of
Lambda power n.
lambda power n. So what is coefficient of lambda power n minus 1 here? Minus 1 whole
minus
power
1
n minus 1 into
n.
this whole expression is nothing but a trace by minus 1 whole power n quotient. So what are you getting? So minus 1 whole power n minus 1 into minus is minus 1 whole power n. Minus 1 whole power n minus 1 whole power n gets cancelled. Simply you are getting a trace of here. But what are the roots? Roots are nothing but a as simple as that, lambda 1, lambda 2 and so on, lambda n are the roots of the characteristic equation, roots of the characteristic equation. Okay, therefore, because sum of the roots are nothing but eigenvalues, so lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus and so on plus lambda n is equal to, okay, trace of A is equal to A11 plus A22 plus and so on plus AN. Is that okay? So this is the next important result. So sum of the eigenvalues is trace, product of the eigenvalues is the determinant. Okay, so just see the second problem. For the second problem, the trace is, what is the trace? 6 plus 3 9, 9 plus 3 12, and what is the sum of eigenvalues? 4 plus 8 12. 12 equal to sum of the eigenvalues equal to trace of the matrix, therefore the result is verified. Is that okay? So in today's class we have seen some properties of eigenvalues, and in the next class we will continue to discuss some more properties on eigenvalues and eigenvectors. Okay.